Hello guys, DJ Parson here, and today I will bring you another game of the Through the Ages International Season 8. As you can see in my league, not all games have finished before this one, because this one will be the last game, game 7A. So after this game we will know if I can win this season in my group and rank up to League 2, or if I will stay in this, or maybe I will even be demoted to League 4. And this game will be 7A against Artwolf 44, Slick123 and Meister. And myself of course, and I will see you right in the game. So as you can see, the game has already started. I'm on second position against Meister as the first, and then Artwolf and Slick on 3 and 4, and again it's the random mix. And we'll load in and we can see what the card roll has in store for us. So Meister did take the Colosseum. Okay, let's see what is in the game for now. From H1 or HA, I mean, we have Hammurabi, we have the Roman roads, no pyramids, no hanging yeah, we have hanging gardens, but no pyramids and no library. And there's Hammurabi, so let's take a look what we can take. I really like Roman roads, so I guess I can take those. Hammurabi and Engineering Genius are also good, but if I can take Roman roads together with, yeah, I think Urban Growth, I can still pick up another leader. I don't have to take Julius, and Julius isn't bad, especially on second position. He can be quite good. On the other hand, Urban Growth is also really important. Yeah, I think Urban Growth I like more. Can go for the lab instead of the mine in the first turn, and with Roman roads I will have enough resource production, so getting some additional science instead of the resources in the beginning can be really good, so I like it this way. He takes Caesar and the Engineering Genius, and red will go for Hammurabi and the Colossus. Okay, not a bad combo per se. Hammurabi as last player is can be really dangerous, but together with the Colosseum it can be good. Now blue goes for the mine, increased population, and taking Alex. Also not too bad. And now I will, as I said, build the lab before the mine. And I also still need a leader. Could take Homer. These are a little bit expensive to take right now. Yeah, so I guess taking Homer isn't bad. And then I can increase population. I mean, I can also take rich land, so I can build my next mine for cheaper. And then I can either play Homer or increase population. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play Homer instead. Don't have to increase population right now. Can do that next turn. I mean, it also doesn't really matter. I mean, I can just increase population. If blue plays politics and there's development of warfare or religion, that will be better. And I don't really need Homer this turn, so I will increase population first instead of going for Homer. So green goes for the mine and Caesar now. Okay, let's see what red will go for. Hammurabi and also go for the mine. Okay, increase population and takes monarch. Yeah, that's really good. Can go for that with the revolution next turn. It's a really good, really strong turn for him next. And blue will take swordsman immediately. Interesting. With the Colosseum, yeah, probably wants some swordsman and knights. I'm not sure why you would take swordsman over the knights. There are people who like swordsman equally, but I don't really think that swordsmen are better, so if I have the choice I definitely would take the knights. So interesting. So I can skip my politics and then elect Homer. There's still only HA yellow cards in the first row, so not that good. Then I can go for my mine. Yeah, should probably increase population, because a lot of people probably want to play politics. And that leaves me in an awkward spot that I can't really take anything of these cards. So realistically I don't have to play Homer now. I could just build the mine, increase population, and then take either the Knights or the Court of Laws. And with this tactic in hand already, I guess I will take the Knights. Can give me really strong opening. Yeah, I think I really don't have to play Homer right now. The happy face doesn't really do anything, and the rest also I don't want to play any military yet. So this is perfectly fine. Can do that next turn. So again, I had to record some of the turns on my phone. So they are the failed aggression. I'm not gonna go into too much detail during their turn. As you can see, it's going pretty fast, because on my phone I have the options that the turns of the other players are played this fast. Now my situation, I don't think I want to play politics. Homer played is really nice. Can't finish the Roman roads on this turn. But can first of all build 2 steps, have a look. There is Marlene Dietrich, so and from HA, yeah, Joan of Arc could be a possibility if I want to pick her. Maybe next turn I finish the Roman roads and then can take Joan of Arc and put Homer under the Roman roads. Drama, of course, with Marlene Dietrich, not a bad card. So the question is, but yeah, I think I decide to build 1 step more on the Wonder. Can finish that next turn then, or I can take Drama. That's basically the decision, and I decide to take Drama. Having that in the hand is not bad, especially with Homer. I have not that big a problem with happy faces, so Drama is a lot more viable. And it's the next turn. Development of planning, we'll see what we can choose from that. And red takes Joan of Arc and goes up to 4 military. Blue wants also to play some politics, doesn't use the ability of Alex yet. And now, what do I want to do? Yeah, I still think I should skip the politics for now. I mean, I could play Rebellion, and I do, okay. Together with Homer, it's definitely not bad. And now the development of planning, can choose one of these cards. And I think I choose the development of what's it called, planning? No. Where I get one of each. Sorry, I'm playing a little bit too fast here. If I record something on my phone again, I definitely will play a little bit slower. So taking Monarchy, going for that. And then with my last action, and I could take Nostradamus. He's not bad, I'm the weakest, so that would be a nice nice feature of him. Problem is, when I replace Homer I don't get the selection back, but I definitely want to replace Homer at some point, so maybe waiting for other leaders is too greedy. But I decide to use Homer's bonus instead, increase population and build 1 warrior together with my phalanx. That's definitely not bad. Making use out of the 2 free resources from Homer. And then can definitely get rid of one of these phalanxes, don't need both of them. The territory where it has colonization, so don't really need that. Can see if I draw something nice. This not the best tactic, but 1 colonization card is not bad. The development of markets, and another by Caesar, development of crafts, so a lot of resources or food. And red also plays development of science, so quite a lot of stuff that we can use in our next turn. The pact by blue, yeah, that seems like a good pact. Definitely not bad. I mean, blue isn't that strong, and when he loses Alex, will be even less strength. And now that we have accepted, blue can make a turn. He goes up to 8. That wasn't the plan of the That was definitely not the plan of the open borders with him. I mean, he will lose Alex at some point, and then he won't have as much strength. So I'm gonna skip politics because I'm definitely the weakest. Sadly, I can't go for the knights this turn. I'm just missing one science. And sadly, yeah, I mean, I can build another warrior to be safe from aggressions. I also have quite a lot of military actions. I'm gonna take Leonardo, but when I replace Homer I don't get the civil action back, so I will have corruption. So not the best turn. Taking Taj Mahal, okay. Definitely for free it's not bad, and then building one more lab. Having alchemy in hand, definitely good choice with Leonardo. But the third philosophy also not bad. And then next turn I maybe need to go for the knights first. Yeah, blue can play an aggression on me, so that is not nice. But I can't go for the knights, as I said. Can't copy a tactic, so there's not much I can do about this. If blue wants to play an aggression, he can. Also gets 2 strength bonus because of the pact, so there's no way I can defend against that. So I think there's no other way than going the route I did. We could try to play politics and try to get some science, like scientific breakthrough, and I do, and it's new deposits. Doesn't really help me that much. I have so many resources anyway. But what I need is science. Yeah, alchemy. Can also go for alchemy to get rid of some of these resources. Upgrade once. Yeah, okay, 2 alchemies is not bad. Next turn I have enough for knights. Problem is maybe I will lose Homer, but maybe I have time enough. Not so sure. Yeah. The others I can defend. I have 4 military actions, so I can defend against the aggressions from the other 2. Also I have 1 defend card. Yeah, but blue, yeah, quite mean. Offering me the open borders and then going such high military aid, plus the 2 he gets from the pact against me. So maybe I should have looked a little bit more, but usually the open borders are really good. It's a really good pact. So next turn, let's see what the others did. Red also goes for a lot of military. All of these guys going for military. Blue doesn't play an aggression on me, that is really nice. And then now I think I will skip politics. Could offer the naval trade agreement to someone. 3 leaders left, but no one showed up, so I will lose Homer. That's pretty bad. Also I don't have enough food to increase population, so maybe I will have to delete something to build the knight. Definitely think I should go for a knight. If I get the knight and the phalanx, I will have 5 strength more. Won't be the weakest, can defend against blue. Yeah, probably have to maybe delete iron or maybe even philosophy. When the age ends I will get science from the Roman roads instead of resources. So I could use some more resources. Okay, I decide to delete one of the warriors. I'm not sure I like that more. Still can be put on aggression by blue. Don't think this is the right move. I hope I don't do it like this. Definitely think keeping both warriors. Yeah, I can. No, don't do that. Delete the philosophy. I mean, philosophy. I have so much science build up, or science production, that is. I don't want to. I don't need the 3rd alchemy lab. But it seems like I thought it was more important. I can defend against aggressions from the others, but not against blue. And taking patriotism. Also don't draw any cards. So I think I should go for the phalanx really, but I decide not to, and we will see how that turns out. Let's hope it turns out okay. It'll be interesting to see. And yeah, as I said, we don't draw any cards, sadly. So let's see if blue plays an aggression on us. If so, that's probably my fault. And first of all, the territory, okay. Do I really want to bid for that? I mean, I can't defend against blue anyway, because he's basically at 12 against me. So I could go for this with the warriors. So I bid 1, but red bid more than 1. And the successful aggression sadly couldn't do anything against that from blue. Also with the pact, maybe it was a little bit risky and still have the pact, so maybe I will cancel the pact next turn. Also I will just lose Homer just before I could replace him with really great leaders, and also lose the happy face because of that. That's really bad. Yeah, we'll skip politics. Janzitska can be really good. I think I will take him instead of one of these. They are more expensive, and Janzitska is really good. Also in my position right now, I mean, I'm just missing. I can go for this tactic. Or this. I just need one knight. Can't go for that right now, sadly. I can go for this for now and get one more. Maybe also warfare, and now with 6 military actions I can defend against aggressions again. So that is really nice. Maybe I should take irrigation. Yeah, I'm just missing a little bit of food and population in general. So that would be really nice. So maybe I will take frugality and then also the reserves. I have enough resources for now, enough science. Can go for bread and circuses and drama, or one of those. Yeah, one of those two can go for them. And then play reserves, increase population with frugality, and build another farm. And then I just need one more population and get another knight and fulfill the tactic 2 times. And that is really good. So yeah, I mean I can also play it a little bit differently. Play Janzitska, destroy the warrior, and build a knight. Maybe this is better. Now I have more culture production because of Janzitska. I keep with this tactic, which I like more with Janzitska, because I can fulfill it more easily again. Just build another knight, build another farm, and fulfill it again. And then I have the really nice transition into the heavy cavalry, because I will just have 3 knights and 3 farms. And when I lose Janzitska, I can just go for the heavy cavalry if I don't draw anything new. So I really like this. And then, yeah, taking yellow cards seems really good. Can't take them all sadly, so I will still go for warfare, making good use out of my science, and then take frugality and reserves. Yeah, I like it this way. Seems pretty strong at 9 strength now, so not the weakest. Rebellion also doesn't affect me, so that is nice. Yeah, I like it. And also I still keep this tactic if I want to go for that later. Green deletes one of his mines to get more military, okay. And then also takes Isabella. Still at very low civil actions and also military actions. Let's see if Red will play some politics. He does. Rebellion, nobody has discontent workers. And he can finish his St. Peter's Basilica, even gaining a little bit of strength because of Joan. and taking another engineering genius. Okay. And now blue, the knowledge of the ancients, 2 science for me. Yeah, not the best. And he finishes his wonder and take the cannons. Now let's see, I'm the weakest, so I'm not a big fan of playing politics. And they're also not the best. Yeah. Gotta skip politics for now, and yeah, increasing population, going for drama or bread and circuses. I can just first increase population, and with my reserves even once again. And then yeah, I have quite a lot of science. Justice system would be really good. Can also do that, don't really need to have the population right now. But then I would have to play bread and circuses first. Take justice system. Go for that. I mean, selective breeding would also be pretty nice. Yeah, but getting the 1 civil action for my science is really good. There's 3 selective breedings, so I don't really have to pick it up right now. And I guess I'm also going to take efficient upgrade. Luckily I don't have corruption anymore because of the 3 blue tokens from the justice system. So I can just take another card, and I don't really need science. I definitely need resources more. If I get selective breeding or even coal, I can use efficient upgrade for that. So I'll take efficient upgrade. And then I will keep this tactic and get rid of this one. I can also get rid of one of those aggressions. Don't really need those. I'm the weakest. Yeah, but I think I'm okay with that. I'm not too weak, so nobody can play an aggression on me. So I think I'm fine. Yep. And see if I can draw something nice. Another colonization card. Okay. So green goes for the constitutional monarchy, really nice, and takes white flamin as well. And the selective breeding, okay. And now red opens a foray. Sadly I'm not one of the strongest. And he also goes for some upgraded military, it seems like. Or just wanted to get rid of that in his hand and goes for upgraded science production. And also taking cannons. So everyone's preparing for big military, it seems. Let's see what blue will do. Cultural influence, okay, not too bad. And he will go for some more iron, organized religion, and taking breakthrough, okay. Don't know why he took this breakthrough, could have taken this breakthrough and I wouldn't have gotten it. But thanks for that. Yeah, I don't think I want to play politics. Skip that. I really have to be careful that I don't fall behind too much in military. Maybe I can do something this turn. I really like coal. At first I think I should increase population and then play reserves and increase again. And maybe build another knight. I will also really like the coal, so I have to see what I can do. Go for coal and can upgrade 1 with rich land. And then I can still go for the knight. Stay with this tactic for now, I still have time. Would be really nice if I had 1 more farm. But maybe I can go for that next turn, and right now I'm at 11. I'm not the weakest, so that is definitely fine. Upgrade my resource production. Can still get selective breeding if I want to. Also there's quite a lot of good leaders, so I don't have to take Catherine right now. Even though she's pretty great. Nobel is also pretty great. Napoleon always very good. James Watt, if I get him early now with my coal production, could be good. And also, I don't know, Darwin Could be good with my bread and circuses, so I can produce. I don't need my religions anymore. So yeah, quite a lot of good stuff. Yeah, then end the turn. Keep my tactics for now. Get rid of some of these colonies. Don't want to feed red with those. And also one aggression. Yeah. And see if I can draw something good now. Like a tactic. Yeah, not the best tactics. Perfect would be, of course, the mobile artillery. I just need cannons, if there are still cannons. Yeah, just one. Problem is I also can't go for the riflemen any longer, so maybe I will stay with heavy cavalry throughout this age and maybe upgrade after that. Can maybe still get cannons and go for the fortifications, which are pretty good. So I'll have to see if I can get the last cannons. So blue goes for cannons and takes scientific method. And goes for that tactic, that's really nice for him. And let's see. I also have quite a lot of different tactics. There's Alfred Nobel, pretty good, but taking him for 3 might not be the best idea. So for now I'm gonna skip the politics. And yeah, I got offered a pact, the international trade agreement, so I produce 1 more food now, which is pretty nice. I would really like... yeah, I think I definitely will upgrade here once. And then I would really like to build another farm. Maybe like this, with the additional food from the pact, I can skip selective breeding, even though selective breeding is pretty good. But like this I have the tactic 1 more time. That is pretty nice. Gives me additional culture as well. Or I swap to Alfred Nobel now. But honestly, if I take navigation as well, I can go up to 15 strength. Still use a lot of my science. And deleting the mine to get a farm with 2 coal, I'm pretty happy. So I think that is okay. Alfred Nobel would be pretty good, but I don't really need the science. So Napoleon will probably be better. Or maybe... yeah, James Watt not anymore. In the West, Shakespeare will be gone. Nobel will probably be taken. They both... everyone's still searching for a leader. So I also might want to take Nobel in that case. If I take Nobel and play him, I can also play this tactic. Take navigation, go for that. And then I also don't have to make this awkward play with building the 3rd farm, which is okay with Jansitska, but after that it leaves me pretty not in the best spot to produce more food. And this selective breeding, there is another one. And green, I mean red probably will take this selective breeding. Blue already has irrigation, so I might get the last selective breeding. And also with the pact, it's not like I totally depend on drawing the selective breeding. This is really nice for me. So great by blue that he offered me that. So I think I'm fine with this. And yeah, taking the new leader, if I don't do that, as you can see, there are not many leaders left. Shakespeare will be gone as well. James Cook and James Watt, both not the best for me. Actually, James Cook pretty bad. And then yeah, getting Napoleon is pretty unlikely if everyone's searching for a new leader. So taking Nobel now, pretty nice, even more science. Probably can go for an early H3 government with my science. Still can take architecture. There's even 2 in here still. Could even go for Republic, but don't think that's the best. So yeah, I definitely need to find some uses for my science. I have very high science production, which is never bad, but still have to be careful with that I don't overcommit into science. And I definitely want to keep a lot of tactics, want to keep my options open, maybe get rid of the civil unrest, the barbarians and the aggression. Yeah, I want to keep these two tactics, so get rid of this colonization card. Leaves me with popularization of science, which will be pretty good for me. I'm at 9 production right now. Sadly, no new tactic. I mean, I already have drawn quite a lot of different tactics, so I can't complain, but still would have been nice to draw the mechanized, another mobile artillery. That would have been pretty nice. Because, yeah, the riflemen are gone already, and just one cannon left, so I definitely have to be careful that I don't fall behind in military techs. Just the knights. And with this tactic it's not too bad, but in the long run I of course want to get some new tactics. So green goes from quite a lot of food production, pretty high, and takes journalism. Don't really see himself, yeah, with urban growth he maybe has enough resources, but yeah, alchemy and journalism, not sure. And red immigration, sadly I don't have the most. And then he goes for more science production, more resource production, and more military. And selective breeding as well. These selective breedings, pretty highly contested. Sadly, Ocean Liner Service will also not be available to me. And they also all going for quite a lot of science production. But on the bright side, there were no really good new leaders, so they might actually lose their leaders before they can replace them. Yeah, Red is looking pretty good again, slick. Once he has his food under control. Do I want to play something in the weakest? So probably not. Gonna skip that for now. I think I can go for a little bit of bread and circuses. Also definitely want those cannons. Yeah, upgrading the last one also pretty good. Sadly it will take some time until I can increase my population again. But maybe that's okay. Don't really need the revolutionary idea. Could take the reserves instead. I have so much science. Could also go for the Republic. It's pretty awkward. It could be good. I have enough military action with my warfare. Could be worth it. Let's see if I go for that. And I can also take the reserves. I'm still the weakest, sadly. I could also wait for a new government form, but you never know when they will come. So maybe taking reserves and then so I can increase population next turn. Maybe that's the way to go. Could also take Eiffel Tower, because I have quite a lot of resources and not that high population. So doing like this and then just taking the Eiffel Tower, so I have somewhere I can spend my resources that I produce quite a lot of. Yeah, that could be good. I mean, there's also the Louvre, could wait for that even. But the Eiffel Tower is not bad, giving me quite a lot of culture production without using any population. So I might like that. I can even do that with the Republic. I think I should go for the Republic. Take cannons, take the Eiffel Tower. Build one here. Question is, do I really want to upgrade? I don't have to. Could then also take the revolutionary idea. Or I don't build this and just take the reserves. I mean, it's pretty bad if there's something like okay, immigration isn't in here anymore. The rebellion also isn't in here any longer, so maybe this is the way to go. I don't have to go for this bread and circuses on this turn. I can go for reserves instead. The next turn I can finish the Eiffel Tower. Don't really have to upgrade my third mine to coal right now. It's not like I really need more resource production at all cost. So this could be good. I will lose probably the drama. But if I have the Eiffel Tower and the bread and circuses, I will have enough happy faces. So I don't have to go for drama. Well, Initwich is pretty good with drama, but Pierre's good with bread and circuses, so if I lose the drama, which I probably, yeah, which I definitely will, sometimes that just has to be. Also, there's still 2 architecture, so maybe I can hope to get the second architecture next turn and finish my Eiffel Tower with less civil actions. So I think this is a pretty okay turn. Still hoping that I will draw. Yeah, keep the popularization definitely, even though they all build up quite a lot of science production. Get rid of national pride, not gonna win that. Politics of strength. Yeah, the wealthy territory. Could be good, but can also get rid of that. Even one more I have to get rid of. I mean, this I definitely want to keep this, and the fortification as well. Not sure. Maybe just get rid of the colonization card. Don't need the defend, and I have no idea if there are colonies in here. So doing it like this, really want to keep all of these 3 cards. And let's hope it draw the mobilized artillery. Yes, nice. Mobile artillery. This is super important. I can go for the cannons and then 3 cannons and fulfill this tactic super like 3 times. Gain quite a lot of military. This is super important, very good. So there was a colony and Red was able to win it for quite a lot. Sadly I didn't have any colonization cards, and he also has 3 colonization and quite a lot of colonization cards. So pretty bad that he didn't have to send away his infantry, only the warriors. And he takes the Louvre, pretty good. And goes for knights. And also quite a lot of yellow cards in hand, so still looking good for red. But both of them will lose their leaders. The barbarians, yeah, is not among the 2 weakest. Good for him. And he takes Napoleon. So red will probably get James Cook, which also isn't too bad for him, giving him even more culture production. Now I don't think I want to play politics. I'm gonna skip that for now. And I have quite a big happy face problem. But I can build 1 theater, sorry, 1 arena. And maybe even finish the Eiffel Tower. Not sure I have to do that, but yeah, I guess I have to get some happy face somewhere. I mean, I could also like play reserves, build another of these, lead 1 of my mines, go for the cannons. Like this, I'm one of the strongest. And then I would take selective breeding. Yeah, but I have that wonder, why not use it? Finish that. And then I can either take mechanized agriculture and architecture, or I could go for selective breeding and rich land. Or selective breeding and urban growth and architecture could also be an option. Question is, do I really need the mechanized agriculture? It's pretty good. Definitely better than selective breeding. And also it's H3 tech. It's also often quite important, and for the impact of balance and all that stuff. I think mechanized agriculture this early can be really good, especially with the coal to back it up. And then architecture to get even more use out of my science. Still I'm the weakest now. I don't really like that. But sometimes it just is like that. I have no idea what's under here. Quite a lot of cards by red, but red is not the strongest. Yeah. Not sure. But still, finishing the Eiffel Tower, if I don't do it now, it will be too late to really matter. It's still pretty early, will give me quite a lot of culture and solves my happy face problem. Yeah, being the weakest can be bad, but as I said, no idea if it will be bad. And then next turn I can probably go for cannons with my reserves. Yeah, I think I will go like this, and then definitely get rid of crime wave and international negotiations still with these tactics. Yeah, I guess it's pretty clear that I will be going for this mobile artillery. One could also still go for this, but yeah, the mobile artillery is really good, so I can get rid of these tactic. And see if I can draw some good impacts. So no impacts but a war, so also pretty interesting. Going for that war is still an option, of course. Pretty good tactic in my hand, and this is also not too bad. And I have a high resource production, soon high. I will have also high food production, so I could definitely go for some wars. Because now I have high culture production, the highest, but I'm still behind. Not too much, a little bit. So yeah, still a lot of options. And if I take a look at the beginning of H3, I have the most civil actions. Not that many military actions, so maybe new government form or the military theory. I'm okay with happy faces. Food production I lag behind in that, but I still have the mechanized agriculture for that. And resource production I have the highest together with blue, really high science production and culture production, so definitely not a bad spot I'm in. So yeah, I think I like it. So the colony, the historic territory, has to send away 2 swordsmen, blue that is, but gives them quite a lot of culture. Now green goes for some journalism. Okay, going for some more culture production now. And red will open the prosperity. Yeah, not too bad for me. And not that great for red. And he goes for the cannons and James Cook as well. So he's also pretty good, nicely prepared for military, and even has the classic army, so it goes up to 24. Not bad. Now blue won't play politics and goes for cavalry and has the Napoleonic army, okay, and takes Marlene Dietrich. So it looks like he's preparing for some wars as well. Even goes for that, and now has the tactic 2 times. Okay. So quite a lot of strength. Not sure. I mean, I could play the popularization of science. I have quite a lot of science production, more than anyone else. And I could also go for some more. And yeah, I have no idea what's under here, but I still think I want to play the popularization. Gives me 2 culture and then also the nice event that's in here. Ravages of Time. don't think that's too bad for me. Definitely not good, but also not too bad. Now what do I want to go for? I could go for democracy, but I don't think I want to do that. I have to be really careful about wars and such. I think I want to go for the cannons now. And can increase population once, but I have to build probably the bread and circuses with that. Can definitely go for the architecture. Get that for 1 cheaper. Can also play the reserves to gain some population, and then maybe the cannons. Like this, I mean, I still can't really defend. Having 2 cannons would definitely be better with this tactic then. So let's take a step back. With the increase in population, then maybe once again, but then I don't have enough for 2 cannons. Or I go for mechanized agriculture now. Still have quite a lot of time for that. Can upgrade once. And increase population. And then go for some more resources and then build this one. Maybe I'm a little bit of a target then. So I definitely want the reserves then, so I have enough for 2 cannons next turn. So this reserve, probably good. And then maybe also the urban growth. I could go for Einstein now, but I think for now Noval is better. And there's also Pierre, and Garni could save me. And even Sid Meier. And Marie, also not too bad if I get computers. So I don't have to go for Einstein now. With my last action, I could take Rich Land or Urban Growth. Definitely think that I will be using Rich Land for my bronze or agriculture. I don't know, maybe this turn is too greedy, but I think I have to be a little bit greedy. The problem is, of course, that I could get an aggression on myself, but I can also draw 1 defend card. And just need 1 to defend against an aggression from red. So I think that's fine. I also don't have to take urban growth, or Rich Land could also go for the cannons now. Have to develop them at some point anyway. So maybe I will do that. Because urban growth and Rich Land, yeah, giving me resources. But also have the reserves and quite a lot of production. But yeah, I think I should take some more yellow cards. I have so many actions that would be really good. It's still early, so I think Rich Land, even though it's only Rich Land 2 and this is Urban Growth 3. So 1 more resource. And I guess when I go for computers, then I can really use that. The Urban Growth. Yeah, I will take the Urban Growth, why not? Doesn't really make that big a difference, but I like it more. And then I can end the turn. I can definitely discard this tactic because I will be going for the mobile artillery with my knights already. And then this is also pretty good if I get the tanks. So keeping that in reserve and then maybe get rid of the aggression. Want to keep the war for now. If I get like fundamentalism and military theory, I could definitely go for military as well. I'm a little bit worried that there will be some aggressions on me, but honestly I don't really see another way I could play this turn really well. I mean, maybe with... yeah, but I can't go for 2 cannons really, or I would have to delete some stuff. And only 1 isn't enough. I can maybe look what else I could do. So I could delete one of these, and can go for mechanized agriculture next turn. Go for 2 cannons with the reserves. Then this tactic would put me at the 3rd spot. But it really cripples my production of food and of resources. Yeah, not sure, this could be a turn. Maybe then also don't draw any cards and such. I don't like that. I will be going with the other play. Go for that, upgrade once, go for resources, take reserves. What else did I do? I think I increased population and went for one more wooden circus. And take the urban growth, right? Yeah. And then discard these 2. Okay, let's see, maybe I can draw a defend card, that would be really important. And I do. Really nice. So that was nice, and there's Gandhi. Okay. So green takes rockets and oil. Do you want to go for oil now? Yeah, that seems really good. Can do that for, whoa, both even. So really high resource production with James Watt, of course. And now red. Does he want to play? Yeah, he does want to play, and the developed territory. Interesting. So can I go for that? Not sure. It's not bad, and I can't defend against blue anyway. I mean, it doesn't know that. How much could I bid? Could go up to 8. I mean, I don't really need the science or the yellow tokens because I have mechanized agriculture. So it's not really like I really need this territory. And having one wouldn't be bad, just for the impact maybe. Yeah, but it could be pretty risky. I mean, he can also go for war. Yeah, I think I don't have to go for that. It's, I think it would be too greedy. I mean, I would really like to have that, and also to so red has to bid more. But honestly, red will probably have it with just the rifleman and one colonization card anyway. And then it doesn't really matter, because it doesn't matter if you send away a knight or a rifleman really. Maybe even wants to send away the rifleman. And I'm pretty sure that red will take it. It would be pretty nice to take it away from him. And if I'm honest, I'm pretty certain red will bid 8 or more. But then if I bid that as well, he has to at least send it away. He has to maybe spend cards with James Cook. So I think I should bid 8. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. And red only bid 7, okay. Honestly thought he would have more, but yeah, if he had sent away 1 rifleman, 3 from the colonization and 2 from his cards, he would have been at 8. So really thought he would do that. Maybe he has really good cards in hand and doesn't want to give those up. And honestly, it's not the worst deal. And I'm pretty open to aggression from blue now, but I would have been at that anyway. And next turn again can go for cannons and 2 of those and then have the new tactics, so maybe I also will swap to Gandhi then. I will have to see, but for now not how I planned it, but also not too bad, I think. And blue did play an aggression on me, and I can show you which one it was. And he takes some more military even. So yeah, he did play the aggression spy, so not the worst for me really. I've still 24 science, so pretty nice that he didn't have like a bigger aggression where he could steal more, especially my resources. So that is nice. So I'm gonna skip the politics, and yeah, I'm in a tricky situation. I really want cannons. I also want those air forces. They're the first ones, but still not too bad. If I look at the military actions, I could also go for Gandhi, maybe together with taking away one military theory. A lot of different options, but if I take Gandhi, I need a new, I need a way where I can score culture, because I'm quite behind right now. 35 against 77 and 62. The question is if I can do anything else, if I can go for the wars that I've drawn. But maybe since I've drawn these, I should really go for that. Even though it will be pretty hard to get some wars going. Especially 10 resource production, 7 and 6. So I'm only a little bit ahead of red, for example. First I can definitely increase my population. And I should also go for cannons, I guess. Go for that. Now I could delete one of my farms. I don't think that I will go for a second mechanized agriculture. I mean, it's still pretty early, so I could do that. Also, I probably want this military theory. The engineering would also be not bad. And the endowment of the arts as well, and the Air Force 2. If I play the reserves now, I have enough for one more cannon. So I guess I'm gonna delete this farm. Can still increase population next turn. Go for this. 27, so I can defend against anything. So that is nice. I have military theory and engineering, and endowment of the arts will also give me 4 culture. Could also take maybe efficient upgrade instead of the endowment. And I skip the air forces, but there's a lot of different stuff that I want. Maybe I also don't have to take the engineering, since I have architecture in my hand already. So I could take endowment of the arts and efficient upgrade. And then play the reserves. Delete the farm. And go for the cannon. I think this is better. Don't really need the engineering. Depends a bit if I go for really high civil buildings still. Could go for professional sports if I get Pierre. Really want Pierre in this situation. Yeah, with my military theory and quite a lot of resources as well, can go for another cannon and knights next turn if I have to defend myself. And the military theory as well, so I definitely think I'm prepared enough for some wars. And there can't be aggressions on me, so I think this turn is really good. Sadly, I don't draw any new cards, and you have to discard one. And I guess I'm gonna discard. And you never know, the wars can be really good. And the tactic also not the worst if I get tanks. So yeah, I get rid of the aggression. Sadly, I can't draw any impacts now. But yeah, maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I played too fast. Maybe I should have gone and not taken efficient upgrade or endowment, but go for the military theory. That would mean that I draw 3 cards, and also I'm the strongest then. So yeah, that was probably a mistake. Played that too fast. Didn't really think. But there's Pierre pretty early. I mean, green could go for him. Can't really use his James Watt anymore. So I guess he could definitely take Pierre. And the others, not really. So let's see if green will take him for 3 selections. So let's see, green goes for air forces. Goes for 1. And just the 1. But he has the tactic now, so still at 36 strength. And taking revolutionary idea as well. Really high production, everything. So yeah, you just need some culture. Freedom of movement. Also green didn't take Pierre, so let's hope red doesn't take him as well. Going for democracy, military theory, engineering genius, satellites. Okay, so for some really nice blue technologies. And then Mechster goes for the arms industry. I have the best artillery, so I gain 2 works. So it's okay, I would say. He also goes for additional food production, really quite a lot of food production. So there might be impact of agriculture in the play from blue. Let's see. Yeah, 1 by blue, 2 by red. Have to start looking into that. I mean, red could be quite a lot, could even be science production. I can't really go for war. I'm the weakest, I don't have that many resources, and especially the others have so many resources. Red has also military theory, can go for that, and reserves, so he can go for another army, so can't go for war against him. Blue also is 12 resources, 2 reserves in hand, no chance there, and blue and green of course also 13 resources, so he can't go for a lot more, so there could be a consideration. Can't really go for a new army, but still can build quite a lot of units. And maybe can even go for rockets and swap to this army, which would also give him quite a lot. Even though he doesn't have enough resources for 2 rockets. So there I can see how much strength I could get. But the biggest problem I see is that if I go for war and for the military theory, I might have enough military actions to go for quite a lot of strength, but then I don't really draw any impacts and really want those. I definitely think I want to get rid of my religion, because I'm gonna take professional sports and Pierre, and then I don't really need religion. So I can take one from there and put him on probably the cannon. Still need more strength, so getting a cannon for that is really nice. And definitely want to take the military theory to get additional military actions. So let's see, if I go for war, that would mean I would also go for another knight. Put him at 41. That's not too bad. Can also go for the endowment of the arts. And I could try to go for the tanks. If I don't go for a knight, but for the tanks, but I don't have enough resources for that, I think. Would need 1 and 2 and this. That would put me at 45. Then I could go for professional sports, but I don't have enough science for that. So yeah, I don't think war looks very promising. 45 shouldn't really be enough. You can go for 5 from here. Like, you can just build a new air force, then still has enough for a rifleman. So maybe it can't go up to 45, but he can go up to almost that. And if there's, for example, some way he can get additional resources, like if there's economic progress, then he will beat me easily in that war. Also, if I lose Alfred Nobel. So I don't think I want to go for that. I still want to go for the military theory, I think. I mean, I don't have to. I definitely think I will go for Pierre, even this turn. And professional sports then as well, of course. And I guess military theory as well. Also gives me the 4 culture bonus from Nobel. Still think I should go for additional knight as well. Putting me at 39. And I could delete one of my mines and go for an arena. Like this. Putting me at 33 and 12 culture production. The problems are a little bit that I am not that good in Impact of Harmony, because I only have 3 workers left on food or resources. I don't use my Endowment of the Arts, so maybe I don't have to delete that. I'm still the strongest like this. Could even go for another upgrade of the mine. Maybe it's too late for that, not sure. Like this, but I also want the tanks, I think, to be able to go for this. Tanks and the endowment, maybe. Putting me at first spot, using the endowment to get 4 culture, not too bad. Sadly, I can't go for tanks and architecture next turn. That would be really great to get the Nobel Prize again. And I can also use the efficient upgrade to upgrade my bread and circuses to professional sports. So I can definitely make use out of that. So I think this looks promising. I also draw 3 new cards. Have to keep in mind the impacts, but for those it's also not bad. Would really like a new wonder, but right now I don't really see myself picking up the space flight for 5 civil actions. That's just too much, and there's also quite a lot still in here. And I'm guessing I will have another turn. There won't be 18 cards gone, so I will have 2 more turns, so I can produce enough to go for a wonder as well. Maybe the space flight shouldn't be too bad, 22. But there are also others that should be good, like fast food chains. Empire State, not so sure. And internet could be good because of the strength bonus that I get from the professional sports. And also my arenas produce 2 culture, so the internet should be pretty good. Or not pretty good, maybe okay. And the Manhattan Project also not that great. Yeah, a little bit of problem is that I don't have that much culture science production now. So if Red did put in the impact of science, that's not that good, and also the popularization of science. But I can't do anything against that. Could only go for that if I get computers, which haven't shown up yet. So I think this turn is pretty nice. I have the tanks, I have the tactic, I have wars if I want to go for that. Sadly I can't get any additional resources in hand, like patriotism or military buildup could be pretty good. But I need my civil actions to go for this. I could argue that I don't need the professional sports right now. And then I could upgrade my coal. That could be better. And if I have basically 2 more turns where I produce resources that I can use, and also for the impact of balance, or the impact of balance has my food as the max. So if I don't go for the professional sports, I still think I want the military theory. And the endowment, and taking the tanks. And then next turn I can go for professional sports and maybe tanks, and still get my Nobel Prize. And then I could upgrade with the efficient upgrade. Increase population. Yeah, and go for the knight. I mean, I don't really need the knight if I go for this tech with the tanks. But I want to be the strongest right now, I think. There are 2 more left that could be strength dependent. One from red, who is... okay, he doesn't really seem to... he's not the strongest. So I don't have to go for the knight. Which means I don't have to go for the military theory, because I will be drawing 3 cards anyway. So I take the tanks. Increase population, upgrade here, and maybe I can go for the arena. And the endowment, so I produce more. Which means I'm the weakest, sadly. Yeah, I don't think I want to be the weakest. Yeah, I think I should go for the military theory. And then being strongest isn't too bad. Maybe I can even stay with that, don't have to go for the tanks if I get air forces instead. And then the endowment. Yeah, giving some more resource production, making use out of my efficient upgrade. Having quite a lot of resources next turn. Pretty prepared for any wars, can also grab air forces, develop those, can go for professional sports. It's also quite a big boost. If I go for upgrading these, it's pretty cheap, especially if I go for architecture as well. That would be really nice if I can get out that as well. If I don't need the tanks, can go for professional sports and architecture next turn. Build a new professional sport, upgrade the others. So yeah. And being the strongest also has quite a lot of benefits. So I think this is pretty flexible and yeah, looks good. So but there were some really good impacts. Industry, that should be good. 9, 10, 6, 6. Yeah, not the best, but pretty okay. Internet right now would give me 12, but once I upgrade my arenas, that would be even more. Empire State, not so great. Maybe I could go up to 18 there. It's also pretty expensive. If I have architecture, I'd rather take the internet. And then spaceflight, of course, also still an option, but I doubt that I will get that. Depending on green, green has to spend 3 civil actions to go for that. So green definitely struggling with his civil actions, has so many resources, can increase populations 3 times. And red still has the Louvre. It's pretty late. It's not too late, he has also 2 engineering geniuses. So he could definitely just finish the Louvre and then take the spaceflight as well. And then most of his turn is gone. So it will be interesting if he does that. Refugees, really nice. I win that. 3 culture and 1 population. And blue will lose the population and this and the culture. And yeah, green takes spaceflight, okay. And Nelson Mandela. And can... does he go? Yeah. Getting +2 additional culture production. So with quite a lot of food and resources, so not bad. Rejected Pact, interesting. The international tourism, really good. So I'm glad that they rejected that. And he goes for military theory. Yeah, and finishes the Louvre at 16 culture production now. Taking Sid Meier as well, so he's at 19. Patriotism, military build-up, so he, yeah, defends himself. That's really, really well played. Having such high culture production and then defending with the patriotism and military build-up. The national agreement, I definitely could do that. Takes computers. Modern infantry, okay, okay. Patriotism as well. Okay, so let's see if I want to do that. I could play the impact of industry instead, which is okay for me, and also giving me 3 culture for playing that. Could use the international agreement to take 5 things to take some wonders. And the question is if I want to declare war, but I think that's pretty hard to do. I could take the fundamentalism, go for that, get 6 strength from there. Sadly, I'm missing just 1 resource. Then I could go for 2 air forces, but I can't go for both, sadly. I can go for this also, not that nicely. Yeah, I don't think I can go for war. They all have so many resources in hand. And red with military and patriotism. Blue also with patriotism, reserves and 15 resources in hand. Yeah, I can't really go for that. Thing is, here's the popularization of science. Question is if I want to open that right now. Or if I take, let's see, the internet 12, fast food chains 19, and Empire State only 9. So I could definitely use those civil actions, but the impact of industry is also pretty nice to play. Depending on if I draw another impact. If I don't draw an impact, then I can use the impact of industry next turn. Yeah, I don't think I will. Can still just see how the turn goes. I could also take the democracy. Having some additional civil actions can really be nice for my turn. For now I'm gonna decline. And yeah, I can definitely declare the Olympic Games. I'm just gonna skip politics for now. Can still redo everything and see what my turn would be. Democracy is really nice. Can definitely go for that. Problem is, I'm at 4 science then. And I want to get the Nobel Prize, so going for professional sports and architecture, like the plan. Can also be really nice. Can also go for computers, because of the popularization of science. Upgrade here and here. And maybe going for this as well. Yeah, there's quite a lot I can do. And if I want a wonder as well, like the internet would give me 24 now. Sadly I don't have the resources for that. But I can also just go for the small arena. Because I have enough resources. Getting quite a lot from the popularization of science. Like generally having science is really good. So I think I will accept this. I wanted to take computers. And then the internet, I guess. Internet is really good for me. Okay, then finish. I can increase population for free. So I wanted to go for computers and professional sports. And then also the architecture to make everything a little bit cheaper. And then upgrading these. Building 1. Upgrading another one. And then I could also take the democracy. Can't go for that next turn, and next turn will be my last, so I could take that away from... Yeah, nobody has enough science for that. Greenwood with the revolutionary idea, so I can take that away from him. So I can't take the reserves. And I can't also upgrade here because I won't have enough resources for the internet. I'm at 21 right now. But if I do it like this, can't I go for... Like this I will have also 13 and I need 14 resources for the internet. So that is a little bit sad. So going for the little one. Which also means I don't have to go for the professional sports. Don't have to develop that, can just develop the architecture. Upgrade this, and another one, and build an arena. And then I'm left with 3 selections. And next turn I will have enough for professional sports and tanks and get the Nobel Prize again. Or I could go for democracy. And with democracy I will have enough for that and enough resources for another arena as well. And the wonder, which would also give me a big boost for the wonder. So the question now is if I take democracy or if I take reserves. And I think if I take and use democracy I can't get the Nobel Prize, so I lose 4 culture from that. Yeah, it's really hard to calculate which is better. Also, if there's impact of science, now the impact of technology I mean, it will be better to develop 2 technologies. And with reserves I can also upgrade 2 of my arenas, or 1 I guess, and score more from the internet this way. I mean, democracy is also not bad, and I would take that away from green I said, yeah, but I don't think green is a big threat to me. I think I will definitely be ahead of green. Blue will be pretty close, and I guess red will win this. Yeah, I think taking the reserves will be better, because I can go for both of these, score additional culture from the Nobel Prize. And for some impacts it's nice as well. And for the impact of culture, the democracy will be better. But I won't go up to 19 anyway, so I'm at 2nd place no matter what. So yeah, I think taking the reserves probably better than democracy, and then I mean I would end the age, but that doesn't really matter that much I think. So yeah, next turn I can go for professional sports and tanks, play the reserves, maybe upgrade 1 or 2 of my arenas, and then finish the internet, which will then give me like 25 or something. Yeah, problem will be if red gets the fast food chains as well. And green probably wants to finish, but he can't finish the space flight next turn. So that means that red can get the fast food chains, which would be really good for him. But there's really nothing I can do against that. No, not really. I could take some cards, like taking all of these cards instead, and then the fast food chains will be... and they won't be gone after green's turn anyway. So yeah, not much I can do in that regard. And yeah, I guess this will be my turn. Gonna end it. Can get rid of these wars. too late anyways. Maybe I should have spent more on going for a big war, but that's always hard to plan. So yeah. Sadly no new impact. So it was a good move that I didn't play the Impact of Industry and got the took the, what is it called, the international agreement, because I would have not been able to play politics next turn anyway, so that is good. I mean, it's not good that I didn't draw a better impact, but turned out fine. And then see what the others do. I'm at 75 culture now, not too bad, but yeah, red just a little bit too much. And I guess he will also go and finish the fast food chains, because he has 2 more turns left. So they happened quite a lot, and I will talk you through that after we see blue's turn, because blue offered me a pact, so we can't see his turn, sadly. Yeah. But there was a war declaration by green on red, which for me is pretty good. So I'm gonna show you. Green declared the war on red. But sadly red was able to go up to 57, so I guess green miscalculated a little bit. But still red had to destroy quite a lot. So yeah, it's still good for me. Sadly red will now gain 6 culture from that, but still he couldn't take the wonder, couldn't build anything new. He also deleted some of his mines, so the impact of industry will be even better for me against red. And then I think there was also one, open the popularization of science, yeah, where I was really good. As you can see, should have been, yeah, select played politics, and he's got 6 and I've got 12, so the most. That's pretty nice. And yeah, blue offered me the pact military alliance then, which of course I accepted because it basically has no downside. I really wished that he would have offered that to green. I think that definitely would have been better for me, of course, because then green would win against red and take some away from his culture. I think it would also have been better than offering to me for blue. So I think blue should have offered that to green, so yeah, it depends a little bit on who blue wants to defeat. Maybe he says, okay, I can't defeat red anyway, and he just wants to defeat green, then it was probably the right move. But yeah, not gonna complain about that. So now for my turn I can use Pierre now, declare the Olympic Games. Also really nice, I don't have the most strength, so if the others want to play some aggressions on me, they will now lose culture because of the Olympic Games. And then of course I will also play the Impact of Industry, giving me 3 culture for playing it, and also I'm pretty good there. So let's see what impact will we open. Happiness, not too bad I guess for me, 14, 12 and 4, not so much. So I think I can still win this game now, because red had to delete quite a lot to prepare for the war. He will only gain 5 and no 6 from the war, and yeah, I guess he's not going to be that good with the impacts. I mean, he has planted quite a lot of these impacts, but there's just not that much where he's better than me. Probably competition or something like that. But I also have quite a good turn ahead of me. Of course I want to develop both of these technologies to get the Nobel Prize, and also maybe there's impact of technology, which would be really nice. Then playing the reserves for resources, of course, and then I have 20 resources. I need 14 for the internet, so I have some left. Can definitely increase this once and even twice, getting me better for impact of competition, and also increasing the culture I will gain from internet to 27. Before that it was only 21, so that is also really nice, the bonus it gives. And then I can also finish this now, gaining 27, putting me at 139. So right now I'm ahead of red. Of course he will gain 6 from the war and 18 from his production. So yeah, I think if blue had offered the pack to green, I definitely would have won. Like this is, it's gonna be really close, depending a lot on the impacts, but I have this good impact against red in here. And I don't see that many impacts where I'm worse than red. I think I can go through some of these. Industry better for me, agriculture better for me, competition. I mean, there's 3 here, so he has quite a lot. But also with my arenas, I am not bad in competition. So he's slightly better there, I guess. Progress and wonders. Progress, I'm pretty good, honestly. Better than him. And wonders, he has 3 and I have 3 as well. He would gain a little bit more. Then we have the impact of population and colonies. Colonies have 1 and he has 2, so I guess that probably is in here. Red has planted 3 impacts. I guess one of those will be the colonies. Population should be pretty good for me because he has 2 territories with quite a lot of yellow tokens. And I have 2 as well, so I guess I'm a little bit ahead there. Or I should be. Strength, of course, not so good for me. What else do we have? Government, architecture, and strength. So strength hopefully not in here, but might definitely be. But not much I can do about that, really. And architecture, really good for me. I have quite a lot here. So yeah, we'll have to see. And science and technology, really very good for me. Balance also. Harmony as well, variety and culture. Culture not so much. So it really depends a lot on what impacts he drew and which impacts the others played. I think I should be in ahead in quite a lot of those. So I think it will be close and we'll have to see. Can even take one more away from, I don't know, anyone. Red can't go for developing anything anyway because he doesn't have enough. And green, you can take maybe away the multimedia from green or whatever. Doesn't really matter. Then finish the turn. I have enough to defend against any aggressions. So I like that, and then we'll have to see what the others have played. So yeah, now the culture. So red is at 132, but still with my production I'm at 155. So even with his 18 production I'm a little bit ahead. So it's gonna be really close. So let's see, green, the impact of variety, 12, 16 for me, that's not too bad, 18 for green and 16 for red, okay. And then let's see what green will do. Goes for monarchy. Disbanding, okay. Food and resources, probably food. That's good for me. Also maybe impact of balance. Same basically as food. Really good against red. Red also plays something, can also be strength, of course. 16 for me. Red only has 8 there, right? Yeah, only 8. That's really nice. And he goes for one more. Yeah, can't really do much with his last turn, and it's not strength. Okay. That goes for, yeah, food and balance. So I think it should look really good for me. I'm ahead now. Colonies, 1 for red. Okay. Industry, nice. That's good for me. Of course, I blended it, but still. Nice. Impact of culture. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be really close. Technology, yeah, nice. That should be really good. Really, really good for me. 20 against 12. Balance, also good for me. So, looks like this should be my game. Agriculture as well, 9, 8 and 14. Yeah, it got even a little bit close. So yeah, really close game overall. Especially between these three. So yeah, I guess it was the right move by Blue not to give his military lines to Green. Or would that... no, that wouldn't have been enough, and Green would have overtaken Blue. So I guess Blue should have even offered that to Red to gain additional points on Green. In the end, it doesn't really matter that much if you are 3rd or 4th place. But this is really nice. I think, of course, we're gonna have a look at the bracket again. This opens up the tournament a little bit again. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this game, and I will see you with the ending and the look at the standings. So as you can see, in the league 3-1, in the division 3 that is, Slick is still on the 1st place with 33 points. I'm at 2nd with 27, and there's one game remaining. As we can see in the schedule, the game 6-8 hasn't finished yet. We are a little bit slower there, so the game 7 ended because before game 6, so we'll have to wait for that. And as you can see, Slick is already in green, and that is because he has won this division already, because even if I win my next game, I will be at 33 points as well, and he won most of his games against me, and that means when we have the same points, he will also win the division. So congratulations to him, and in the next game that I will post, we'll see if I can keep my 2nd place in this division, or if Artwolf will overtake me. I hope you enjoyed this video and had some fun. It was a really interesting game, really close. I was happy that I was able to win that last game against Slick, even though I wasn't able to win this league. It's still a lot of fun, and I hope I see you on the next game as well, where we will determine if I will be the 2nd or 3rd player.